what he's lacking is experience. That's where he's lacking at. You know, he got to be able to put rounds together, and I don't see him being able to do that. That's the problem. In the later rounds, I worry about Frank in the later rounds too, where you have a guy that's comfortable and he don't mind playing catch up. See, that's the thing. Right. You don't realize that. You know, he's an apex predator for a reason because he sets traps. He'll wait on you to make that mistake, and he'll line you up for that shot, and he'll finish you with one punch. I think Frank makes mistakes, and he makes mistakes late, where you have a guy like Tank to be able to expose that. As the fight goes on, all the hype around the fight, all those bright lights, and just that presence of being in there with Tank, the guy that can punch you hard with both hands, bro, it's gonna gas out Frank Martin. So I say late stoppage from Tank. I think that Frank.
What's going on, y'all? So Timothy Bradley, former pro boxer, commentator, thinks that Frank Martin lacks the experience to win Saturday night when he challenges the power puncher Gervonta Tank Davis. This is for his WBA regular lightweight title on June 15th, this Saturday coming up at MGM Grand Garden Arena in Las Vegas. And I want to give my thoughts on what Timothy Bradley said, but before I do so, what's going on? Well, welcome everybody back. Much love, peace, blessings to everybody checking out this video. This your boy, Get It Mike. Really appreciate it. Make sure you guys smash that thumbs up button if you can. If you like this type of content, feel free. And Timothy Bradley is basically saying that Gervonta Tank Davis, although he don't mind, you know, losing some of the earlier rounds because he's basically setting you up for the big punch. And he thinks that Gervonta Tank Davis is going to be able to catch him. He's going to be able to set him up and catch him with something and stop him late. And I definitely think this is a possibility. I don't think Frank Martin is going to be a pushover at all when it comes down to this fight. I think dude is a very skilled athlete. You know, very, very skilled in how he boxes. Okay, he's a very good boxer. He does his thing. Haven't tasted defeat before. Definitely has the height advantage a little bit on Tank, but Tank Davis is more experienced, much more experienced. In my opinion, he's the more explosive fighter. Okay, I think Frank Martin is more, how can I say, he's more technically responsible, I guess. He's kind of more of a technical type of a boxer. Does make a few mistakes here and there. He's definitely going to learn a lot from this fight with Tank. But what Tim Bradley is basically saying does have it does have some significance in this fight, and what he's basically saying does it has some truth to it, because we know Gervonta Tank Davis, the way he fights is he's very especially now, it's a lot different than he used to fight. He's fighting a lot different now, but he's very patient. He takes his time. He doesn't rush, and he moves in and he tries to hurt you late in the fight, at least halfway through the fight. He's gonna let you, do your little thing. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna walk into you, keep the pressure on you. Things he learned from Mayweather, in my opinion, you start to see. He kind of looks like that a little bit. The older, later Mayweather, how Mayweather kind of comes in with the high guard, you know what I'm saying, kind of walks you down, try to put pressure on you until he can counter you and catch you with something. I think that's what Tank is going to try to do in this fight. I don't think it'll be easy, as you guys can see in the picture here. Frank Martin is definitely bigger than Tank. But Tank Davis has, in my opinion, more speed and probably more power when it comes to his knockout ability. Okay, Tank is much more experienced. We know Frank Martin is kind of green. Okay, he's undefeated, hasn't tasted defeat, but he's definitely more green than Tank. And I think Tank, he should show why he's the most exciting fighter in the sport. I think he will be victorious. I think he will possibly drop Frank Martin at some point in this fight. But if he doesn't, I wouldn't be surprised, man, because this dude Frank Martin is definitely an athlete. Okay, he's definitely how can I say? He's a very, very good boxer. So
what he's lacking is experience. That's where he's lacking at. You know, he got to be able to put rounds together. And I don't see him being able to do that. That's the problem.
He says he needs to put rounds together. He doesn't see him being able to do that. What Frank Martin has to do is he has to be extremely careful. He has to be very technical. He has to shoot the jab a lot. You know, you got to keep Tank at bay for the most part of the fight. He can't make mistakes. He got to put together almost nearly perfect performance. He has to show Tank some respect as far as power goes, but he has to be extremely sharp on controlling the distance in this fight, in my personal opinion. Control the distance, keep Tank back, don't allow Tank to get comfortable, don't make, you know, mistakes by overextending yourself. Just control the distance, jab him, you know what I'm saying? Make sure you protect your chin when you're shooting the overhand. I mean, it's a lot of different things Frank Martin can do that can get him knocked out in this fight if he's not careful. So that's the point that I'm making, is that he has to be extremely defensively sound. He has to really keep Tank at bay by controlling the distance and shooting the jab, and pretty much, just really try to land, the right hand at times, and just try not to get knocked out, man. That's the main thing I'm basically trying to say. Try not to get knocked out in this fight, because it can really happen, man. But I'm definitely gonna be excited to see how this fight plays out. I can see Tank stopping him late, but I can also see Tank winning this thing on the cards as well. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about this fight. It is fight week. We're probably going to do a few more videos about this particular fight. We're going to have press conferences coming up. We're going to have or probably one more weigh in, and then we're going to get right into it on Saturday. So we're probably going to talk about this fight. I'll probably go live tonight if the homie Jason want to jump on and kind of chop it up with me about this. And y'all let me know if y'all see some things that I don't see about this thing down in the comments. Really appreciate everybody for checking into the video. Much love, peace, blessings. And I'll have y'all in the next video.